Hello, Health Science 427. My name is Molly Nalty, and I'm here today to teach you about MDMA, also known as Molly. Yes, coincidentally, just like my name. So you might be wondering, what is MDMA? MDMA is a Schedule I drug, a stimulant, and a psychedelic. It causes euphoria, increased empathy, jaw clenching, and dry mouth. It stands for methylene dioxymethamphetamine, but on the street in its pill form, it's Ecstasy, in powder and crystal, it's Molly. What are the effects of MDMA? In the short term, loss of appetite, excessive thirst, anxious feeling, poor quality of sleep, and anger. In the physical effects, nausea, jaw clenching, vision issues, cold sweats, and body temperature issues. And irreversible effects would potentially be death. So, what does Schedule I mean, anyways? It is not a current medical treatment in the United States. There is a high likelihood that drugs in this schedule will be abused. It is considered the most dangerous schedule of drugs, and it can cause severe psychological and physical dependence. Next, I'd like to introduce you to my friend John to explain how MDMA works in the human body. First, let's go back to April 12th, 2018, the day before John left for Coachella. He hit up a few friends he knew that had bought Euros or European MDMA in the past, which he heard is the best stuff out there since it's practically branded. Since he really wanted to roll at the festival, he needed to buy his drugs quickly. He ended up meeting a sketchy friend of a friend at the CSULB library who gave him €3 pills for $20 each. Some friends told him that was pretty expensive, but he decided that he was being smart by buying what he thought were the most trustworthy pills on the market. And plus $60 to roll safely for the weekend seemed pretty good. It's now 3 p.m. on April 13th, 2018, day one of Coachella weekend 1. John just popped his Molly, another way of saying he swallowed the pill and the drug entered his body. Next, the pill disintegrates quickly in the stomach. Most of the MDMA molecules migrate to the small intestine, where the majority of absorption happens. The drug is then absorbed into the bloodstream from the small intestine. The MDMA quickly makes its way throughout the body and eventually starts to affect the brain. Next, the liver gets a portion of MDMA and metabolizes it into inactive compounds, and the excess is returned to John's bloodstream. The circulatory system doesn't forget about the lungs and delivers the Molly to become oxygenated. The blood-brain barrier is then hijacked, and the neocortex and limbic system take the largest hit. John's cognition, mood, and memory are now altered by MDMA. It takes about 5 half-lives, or 40 hours, for over 95% of MDMA to be cleared from the body. As mentioned before, John actually did a really good job researching the pills he purchased and surprisingly got lucky because he actually had a good trip all 3 days of Coachella. He only had a little bit of dry mouth, but he was willing to put up with that. Unfortunately, this is not the case for everyone who takes Molly or Ecstasy. You might be wondering what happens to the unlucky Molly users. Sadly, the list is exhaustive. Some users develop addictions. Others may suffer from long-term cognitive problems such as memory loss and difficulty with information recall. Additionally, some users are sold Ecstasy or Molly that is cut with highly toxic additives, sometimes fentanyl, which has been in the news a lot lately. Fentanyl is extremely dangerous because it is highly potent and can cause a toxic buildup and lead to overdose faster in lower doses than most other drugs. The American Addiction Centers organization examined 25,700 pill reports from around the world and published this shocking infographic. Of all the supposed MDMA tested from America, only 54.2% was pure MDMA. The other 45.8% of pills tested were found to be cut with some other substance or a completely different drug altogether. Thank you so much for your time and enjoy your newfound MDMA education.